perception are distorted. He becomes confused, and he displays irresponsibility and
Death from Above 1979. Albums: You're a Woman, I'm a Machine, Romance, Bloody Romance remixes and B-sides, Heads Up, Romantic Rights EP, More Death from Above 1979, 742 of 1020 The Worst Bands and Musicians of All Time 29 of 81 The Best Post-Punk Revival Bands 23 of 58 The Best Rock Duos of All Time. Pursuit of Happiness. Yes. Albums: The Downward Road, Love Junk, Where's the Bone, The Wonderful World of the Pursuit of Happiness, One-Sided Story, More The Pursuit of Happiness 63 of 204 The Best Power Pop Bands / Artists 55 of 99 The Best College Rock Bands / Artists 74 of 232 The Best Canadian Rock Bands. Kevin Hearn. Albums: Mothball Mint, Cloud Maintenance. John McDermott. Albums: Christmas Memories, Old Friends, Danny Boy, Songs of the Isles, Ireland, Love is a Voyage. Jane Child. Albums: Here Not There, Jane Child, Surge, Don't Wanna Fall in Love / World Lullaby, Welcome to the Real World. Skydiggers. Albums: Skydiggers / Cash Brothers, Bittersweet Harmony, Skydiggers, Just Over This Mountain, Restless. Sylvia Tyson. Albums: You Were on My Mind, More Sylvia Tyson 467 of 602 The Best Female Vocalists Ever 118 of 131 The Best Pop Folk Artists of All Time. Leon Redbone. Albums: Christmas Island, Double Time on the Track, From Branch to Branch, Champagne Charlie, More Leon. Redbone 349 of 525 Which artist would you bring back from the dead to write one more song? 55 of 66 The Greatest Crooners of All Time 23 of 654 Every band and musician who has performed on Saturday Night Live.
Perceiving things that don't exist.
Keshia Chant. Albums: To You, Keshia Chant, The Vendetta, Night and Day, Shooting Star. Esthero. Albums: Breath from Another, Everything is Expensive, Oh, Bitch, Heaven Sent, Fastlane, More Esthero 337 of 346 The Best Electronica Artists 35 of 42 The Best Trip Hop Bands / Artists 186 of 497 The Best Electro Bands / Artists. Kardinal Offishall. Mike Turner. The Russian Futurists. The Russian Futurists. Mannequin. Albums: Unicorn Steak, Slaughtered Daughter, How to Kill, Pheno plus Bleed, Danceland. Don Ross. Albums: Robot Monster, Passion Session, Bering Street, Huron Street, Music for Vacuuming. Slik Toxik. Slik Toxik. Dragonette. Dragonette. The Birthday Massacre. The Birthday Massacre. Adam Gontier.
He becomes confused.
Albums I Don't Care. Dave Baksh. Dave Baksh. Raine Maida. Albums The Hunter's Lullaby. We All Get Lighter. Love Hope Hero Montreal. Alannah Myles. Albums Black Velvet, Alannah Myles, Rocking Horse, Arrival More Alannah Myles, 325 of 739, the best singers of all time, 147 of 198, the greatest new female vocalists of the past 10 years, 102 of 188, the greatest women in music, 1980s to today. Owen Pallett. Owen Pallett. Irish Rovers. The Irish Rovers. FM Static. FM Static. Warren Hill. Albums Life Through Rose-Colored Glasses, Devotion, Collected Warren Hill, Shelter. Truth More Warren Hill, 123 of 190, the greatest saxophonists of all time, 144 of 191, the best smooth jazz bands and artists of all time, 368 of 373 famous jazz saxophonists. Love You to Death. Love You to Death. Anvil. Albums past and present. This is 13. Anthology of Anvil. Worth the wait. Plugged in permanent. More 32 of 37. The best bands like Metallica, 87 of 232. The best Canadian rock bands. Fucked Up. Albums David Comes to Life. The Chemistry of Common Life. Hidden World. Singles Collection. Let Likes Be Cured by Likes. More Fucked Up, 100 of 101. The best punk rock bands and artists, 92 of 93. The best post-hardcore bands, 85 of 118. The best experimental rock bands / artists. Cowboy Junkies. Albums The Trinity Session. Lay It Down, Pale Sun, Crescent Moon. The Caution Horses. More Cowboy Junkies, 274 of 294. The best pop artists of the 1980s, 109 of 151. The greatest chick rock bands ever. Lights. Albums The Listening, Lights, Crimson Rain, Acoustic. Savior EP. More Lights, 197 of 213. The best current female singers, 20 of 50. The best female vocalists in EDM, ranked 383 of 543. The best indie bands and artists. Snow. Albums 12 Inches of Snow, Two Hands Clapping, Murder Love, Mind on the Moon, Justice. Fefe Dobson. Albums Sunday Love, Fefe Dobson, Joy Everything, Don't Go Girls and Boys More, Fefe Dobson, 137 of 198, the greatest new female vocalists of the past 10 years, 80 of 95, the best alternative metal bands, of 34, the greatest black female rock singers. Our Lady Peace. Albums Clumsy, Playlist, the very best of Our Lady Peace, Navi, Superman's Dead, 4 a.m. More Our Lady Peace, the best Our Lady Peace songs, 208 of 383. The greatest musical artists of the 90s, 772 of 1020. The worst bands and musicians of all time. Emily Haines. Albums: Knives Don't Have Your Back, cut in half and also double. What is free to a good hum? Spring. More Emily Haines, 246 of 271. The sexiest musical artists of all time, 17 of 49. List of third wave feminists. MSTRKRFT. Albums: Bounce, The Looks, Fist of God, Easy Love. MSTRKRFT EP. More MSTRKRFT, 246 of 293. The greatest EDM artists of all time, 161 of 213. The best house music DJ. Deborah Cox. Albums: The Morning After, Deborah Cox. One Wish, Destination Moon, The Promise. Pat Travers. Albums: Crash and Burn, Mac and Magic, Summer Days, Fideli's, Halfway to Somewhere. More Pat Travers, 214 of 298. The best frontmen in rock, 152 of 225. The greatest living rock songwriters, 151 of 200. The ages of 200 rock stars. Crystal Castles. Albums: Crystal Castles, I, Lights in the Sky, Over North America, 2008 tour sampler. Crystal Castles. Untrust Us, Baptism. More Crystal Castles, 196 of 330. The best DJ in the world right now, 58 of 559. The most hipster bands, 35 of 41. The best bands for drowning out noise around you. Jeff Healey. Albums: Get Me Some, See the Light, Feel This, Hell to Pay. Mess of Blues. More Jeff Healey, 40 of 639. The greatest lead guitarists of all time, 73 of 542. The greatest guitarists of all time, 86 of 210. The best metal guitarists and guitar teams. Peaches. Albums: The Teaches of Peaches, Impeach My Bush, The Flaming Lips, and Star Death, and White Dwarfs with Henry Rollins and Peaches doing The Dark Side of the Moon. Fancipants Hoodlum, Fatherfucker. More Peaches, 433 of 602. The best female vocalists ever, 109 of 233. The greatest women rappers of all time, 324 of 541. The greatest live bands of all time. Barenaked Ladies.
Perceiving things that don't exist.
Albums: Gordon, Barenaked for the Holidays, Maybe You Should Drive, Disc 1, All Their Greatest Hits, 1991, 2001. Everything to Everyone. More Barenaked Ladies. The best Barenaked Ladies songs, the best Barenaked Ladies albums of all time. Broken Social Scene. Albums: Broken Social Scene, You Forgot It in People, The Time Traveler's Wife, Feel Good Lost, Hives. More Broken Social Scene. The best Broken Social Scene albums. Ranked 48 and 80. The best music side projects, 78 of 160. The very best indie pop bands and artists. Triumph. Albums: Allied Forces, Never Surrender, Rock and Roll Machine. Triumph. Thunder 7. More Triumph, 196 of 363 musicians who belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 468 of 1891. The greatest musical artists of all time, 440 of 1728, the best rock bands of all time. 3 Days Grace. Albums, What X, Life Starts Now, 3 Days Grace, Transit of Venus, The Collection, 3 Days Grace More, 3 Days Grace, 145 of 392, the greatest heavy metal bands of all time, 123 of 461, the best current pop groups/singers. Geddy Lee. Albums, My Favorite Headache More, Geddy Lee, 245 of 739, the best singers of all time, 220 of 316, the greatest singers of the past 30 years, 118 of 603, the best rock vocalists. The band. Albums, The Band, music from Big Pink, The Last Waltz, Planet Waves, Basement Tapes, More, The Band, the best band albums of all time, 203 of 265, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees.
Perceiving things that don't exist in objective reality.
Rush. Albums, Moving Pictures, 2112, Hemispheres, Permanent Waves, Fly by Night. Neil Young. Neil Young.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.